We've decided to listen to your record.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tanatswa and welcome to another episode of Becoming the 1%. Today I'm joined by Miss Debbie, who runs the Cape Town branch of Vintage with Love. Miss Debbie, welcome.
Thank you, and thank you for giving us this wonderful opportunity.
It is definitely my pleasure. Okay, so please tell us about Vintage with Love, how it started and everything.
Okay, so in 2013, Lee Ord and Jackie Kamali decided that people had so many clothes in their cupboards and worth money. So instead of just giving them away, they decided they were going to hold a little garage sale, and all the money they collected from selling the second-hand clothes would go to literacy foundations, because we're all ex-teachers. And anyway, Jackie, being a journalist, let Grazia magazine know, and they did an article on the two ladies, and the next minute they had so many clothes donated so that they had to find a bigger venue in Bryanston, and that was where we held our first sale. So that's when it started, 2013, and it's been going now for 10 years. This is our 11th year. And we host a sale in Joburg one year, and then we host a big sale in Cape Town the alternate year. So this year is the Cape Town Big Sale, and it's from the 1st to the 4th of August at the Cape Town Cruise Terminal. It's 50 Rand a ticket for the whole weekend. And I promise you, you can pick up the most beautiful clothes for price points starting at about 200 Rand up to 500, and just stunning. It's always a great success. And we do that so that we can raise enough money to give to our charities every year.
Do you work with any other organizations?
No, we are completely independent. We fund a lot of other organizations. So our funders have to be education-based, must be early childhood development where possible, but we do have charities who support teacher training, and we fund them as well. So as long as it's got to do with literacy and education, we will fund them. So we generate funding through our shop as well, and we've just opened a shop in Joburg, which is only a couple of weeks old. A beautiful place in Coolett Drive, and then we've got this shop here. So we use those ways, and an online site. As I mentioned earlier, we've now moved and we've built our own online site, so we have a very, very busy online site. Yeah.
So you say, when did you start this branch in Cape Town?
So Cape Town 2015.
Okay, so was it like immediately after you joined?
Yes, so I helped them start their first sale in 2013. I was there the whole time, and then after they'd done the two in Joburg, then Lee and Jackie said, well, why don't you do Cape Town? So I said, okay.
And you did?
And we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would like to ask, why this fashion industry? Why you couldn't just maybe start raising money from selling food or whatever?
I think the founders both have a real love for fashion, but not only that, an awareness that the waste market was so huge that to rather recycle your clothing, but at least then with a purpose, and our purpose is education. So obviously it's just become an enormous industry because of all the waste that goes on. We're trying to avoid that. So thrifting, we don't call ourselves a thrift shop. We are a gently worn clothing import. And how we manage to survive is because of our wonderful volunteers. So everybody that works here is a volunteer. They give up their time, usually a Tuesday morning or a Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon. All come in, we sift through all the clothes that are donated, price them, decide where they're going to go, either online or on the floor of the shop or now to the big sale. So if you ever want to volunteer, guys, we're looking for volunteers always, especially at the big sale. We need volunteers for the big sale to come and work there. It's a huge.
Many businesses were affected in lockdown, Corona in 2020, right? So were you guys affected?
Oh, hugely affected because we weren't allowed to gather, so we couldn't have big sales. But we knew that our charities needed that money. So that's when my nieces, Mia and Nina Robinson, they were knowledgeable enough to put everything up on Instagram, the clothing that we had, and my gosh, it took off. We made our budget those 2 years actually just by selling via Instagram.
So far, how much did you raise?
We have raised to date 9 million rand. Yeah.
So they've raised 9 million.
Yeah, we have literally changed children's lives. We have. We had a statistic sent to us the other day that in the Eastern Cape, 9,500 matriculants apparently were pushed through matric that never passed an exam. So, you know what it's like when you're going to leave school and you can't read with intelligence. Where are you going to get your life? So we have a lot of work to do. There's still lots of work to do in South Africa.
Hi, I'm Tessa and I've joined Vintage with Love in 2019 when I was introduced by Shazzy, which is a very close friend and former neighbor of mine. And that was to help out at the big sale at V&A Waterfront at the cruise ship terminal. The first day I went there was the Wednesday, and I've just enjoyed myself. I love the vibe, the ladies, everything there speaks volume to me because that's who I am. I love people, I love helping out, I love giving, I'm passionate about people, so yeah, it just fits me perfect. And ever since that, I've earned something from Vintage with Love, which I'm forever grateful for. I've met the most amazing women.
Hi, my name is Jo Pence. I started working for Vintage about, I think, 3 years ago. I used to run a creche in Delft, and Vintage helped support me. But that creche had to close down after a while because we weren't getting funding. And so I just moved to full-time working for Vintage. And it's fabulous. It's a wonderful environment to work in. It's lovely energy, and we do amazing stuff. We raise a lot of money for educational and literacy.
Vintage with Love has been going for 10 years now. I think I've been involved for 9 of those years. They first approached me when I had a shop in Constantia Village, and they were looking for a display area. And Debbie came into me and said, she spoke to the management team who said no, they couldn't have a display area. So she came to me and I offered her mine. So that was the beginning of a long journey with Vintage with Love, which has always been close to my heart. I'm also an ex-teacher, so the literacy aspect of it is really important to me. And it's been great fun. Such a lot of fun, and I've made lots of new friends, and we really enjoy our time here. When we were still in Harrington Street, we met Barrington, who came to help us occasionally, but he was having a lot of problems with life and struggling, and we managed to introduce him to U-Turn, and he is now in his 2nd year of being trained, he's completely clean and happy and sober and working and doing all sorts of amazing courses to further himself, and we're just so proud of his role. He's actually here today.
My name is Barrington Bonile Muntu. Originally, I was born in Klerksdorp, but I grew up in the Western Cape. But all my life, I've been living on the streets here in the Western Cape. Stayed on the streets for about 23 years. I was a slave to drugs. I was using drugs. Didn't know where. I always thought that I was going to die on the streets. I always thought that drugs were mine. It was the only thing that I knew. And I was just hustling papers, boxes, card boxes, just to make a living, recycling papers. So I came across a guy called Louis. So he works at the building called Harrington Building. So that's where I used to go and collect boxes. So he introduced me to the ladies at Vintage. So I was just helping them to carry boxes. But I didn't know that these ladies, they saw potential in me. So I started helping them every day. They would ask me to do something with them. They would give me money, they would pay me, but they noticed that I wasn't improving with the money that I was being paid. There was nothing better in my life that I was doing with the money. So they asked me what I was doing with the money, so I told them what I was doing with the money. I told them that I was using. It took a while for me to be honest with them, to tell them that I was using actually. So I realized that if I'm not going to be honest with these people, because I wanted change. So if I'm not going to be honest with these people, they are not going to help me. So I started to be honest with them. And from there on, the ladies, they came on board. They helped me just to get to a place called U-Turn. So from U-Turn, I started going there every day, which is a drug rehab center, which I'm still attending. I'm still doing it now. I'm a year now, and a year and 2 months clean, and it's been going very well. This is what I want to do. This is how Vintage has helped me actually to overcome drugs and to get to this road where I am. I am busy now applying for my own place. Still doing that with U-Turn. They're busy helping me to apply for my own place. Yeah, that's why I work now for U-Turn, but I don't work full time. I work like 4 days or 5 days. But most of the time I come here at Vintage and I come and volunteer. So that's how I sing. That's how I give back to them, just to say thank you, just to, that's what I do every day. So for me, it's a very good story for me to come here at Vintage. I feel good when I come here at Vintage, just to see the people that has helped me. Especially Karen, there's a lady here by the name of Karen. She works with me. She's the one who's supporting me. She's the one who's checking up on me. How am I doing in my recovery and all that? And she's still with me. She just got back now from holiday, and she thought that things was gonna go wrong while she was going, but no. Just because I know what I'm doing and this is what I want to do, I'm still doing it. This is what I'm doing, and that's me.
So you said how long have you been sober?
I've been sober now for a year and 2 months. Yes. You're welcome.
That's great, guys. Thank